What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We're here in Rush Wars. Have learned a lot in the last couple days or so. Now, you'll notice I am sitting here at 3,400 gold trying to grind my HQ up. HQ 4 costs 5,000 gold, which is a lot of gold when you're trying to F2P it, free to play it. I admittedly am not free to playing it. Bought a chest of the cards like I thought I might. I just couldn't pass up the chance to have high level jetpacks. I've been using jetpacks a ton, using an air-to-ground meta that's been working extremely well for me. At one point, I think I had like 7 3-star raids in a row or something like that. Now, one of the things I've been doing, I've been leaving my gold mine with a little bit of gold in it. I know there's a lot of free-to-play players who don't have a lot of gold, trying to make them not skip me. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but since I've got a bunch of gold, I figured leaving somewhere between 13 and 25 in my gold mine has helped incentivize people wanting to attack me. Now, my gold mine is expired, which is part of the reason why I'm going to do this video. As you can see here, my defenses, I'm generally getting 1 or 2 star. Let's have a quick look at this replay, see what they're doing. Let's do it at 2 times mode. I didn't actually see the 2 times button in there. Now, part of being in a team, by the way, is having that awesome rocket that jumps out of the ground, which is just so fantastic. So if you're not on a team, please go join a team. Anytime I hit attack and the person does not have a team, I know that I don't have to worry about their team defense, which is just a nice little thing to be aware of. Let's turn some background music on. As you can see there, I've got iOS 13 right here. That's why that screen looks a little bit different than some of you are used to on iOS, probably. So we are on the beta. The game runs perfectly fine on I'm running beta game on beta OS. Weird. Okay, so we're into the third. As you see here, the team item is now expired. We're going to have to look for a new gold mine. Now, there's no timer or anything on a team defense, but it does expire when your gold mine expires. So that's one very important thing to know. Let's start out by placing this, and we're going to place a cannon. Cannon is just so strong. The cannon is unbelievably strong. Now, as far as troops go, let's throw in a... I got a laser, by the way. Just got the laser. Super stoked on that. Really do enjoy the laser. Let's drop... I'm just going to completely drop a couple things in here so I can save, and then we'll come back in a minute. Let's go back to home. Now, our team, which is Rush Beach, we've got 9 members online. If you'd like to join, please do join us. We would love to have you. Now, I've got my bonus ready, so I've got the rocket trap. I am going to go place that in my gold mine right about now. Where did that even go? Bonus. We're going to place this somewhere in here. If you do watch my videos and you attack me, maybe be kind, because I am showing you my base right now, so maybe I'll switch it up. I doubt it, though. I kind of doubt that anyone who is a subscriber of mine is going to run into my base. If it does, awesome. Now, one thing to note, I really do wish they had a plus button up here so you could add keys. Not the case. I have said a nice, gentle please to Mr. Rick. Hopefully he sees it and decides to add that. On top of that, adding gold. Gold is pretty cheap. You will run into gold issues once you get past HQ3. So one of the people on our team was asking, should I upgrade all the cards? No. Pick 4 or so cards. Upgrade those cards. Focus on those cards and hoard your gold away, especially if you want to play without spending any of your dollars. Now, you do get some gems to start with, and so picking up the bag of gold for 60 gems, not a bad deal, especially if it saves you a week of grinding your headquarters. So I'm going to upgrade my headquarters right now. I've been waiting to do that for so long. That's fantastic. But then now the problem is I got 5,000 more gold to upgrade my headquarters. So that is going to let us have 2 extra defenses, so I will probably do that. But for right now, I just wanted to get the headquarters level upgraded. That's going to give us some extra cards we can find, which is fantastic. And now that I've started my... got my new team defense placed, I can hopefully donate to this to get the freeze mine. Perfect freeze mine. I'm going to donate 1. Now, our general feeling is that only people who have donated actually get to use it, which is both good and bad, because If you miss the opportunity to donate, obviously you're not going to get it. So I'm going to leave my research input at 1. That way some of these people who are at 0 have the opportunity to jump in on that as well. So one other thing, Domination, we have just started our daily Domination. I didn't even notice this button was here. I've never clicked on it until earlier today. So daily Domination, waiting to get our attacks in. All of our bases are all set up, and we're just waiting. Day 1 is preparation day. Day 2 is attack day. So I can go in and look at my bases and their bases, and we can comment back and forth. Pretty neat there. I've seen nothing but great things about Domination. Super stoked on that. Now, let's get back to my gold mine here. We've already, seconds ago, I've already got that is hilarious. I hadn't even set it up yet. I put my defenses down, and boom, we already got, this is ridiculous. So, a 0 thought base, and we're already getting some defense out. I gotta say, the cannon is just so strong. If you have good strategies against the cannon or the mortar, please do let me know. My land-air strike has been working extremely well. We all of a sudden just got 41 gold out of there. Booyah. Making the gold back. Now let's get back into the gold mine. Let's get this set up. Now one thing to be aware of is that these decos, they do not damage opponents. I thought they did. Someone saw a tooltip somewhere that says they don't. So in my last video I was putting mines next to the decos in an attempt to damage the attackers. It doesn't work. Now something to be aware of. This right here, this deco right here, sitting behind my cannon is a bad idea, because those freeze barrels are incredibly strong, and being able to freeze the cannon, a very bad idea. Now, one more thing to be aware of. Yes, they do cost 25 gold to remove, but you can find gems inside the deco, so we're going to remove that. And that gives me the opportunity to move my cannon back if I want. I'm going to leave it all the way forward in the hopes that we can actually block people walking through next to this one. Not sure if that actually blocks or not, but that's a pretty small path, so maybe, just maybe, it might work. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to drop Mr. What is this guy's name? Mr. Bazooka in behind this defense. Now, you don't want to drop them too far behind, because they'll walk forward and then the pitchers will actually hit your bazookas as they're hitting the gold mine. So a little bit of caution there. Now let's just see what I like to do is I like to load up one side. We're going to load up the right hand side. I don't care about getting 3-star defense. I want to get a 2-star defend. A 2-star defend is perfectly adequate for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this back in here even. I almost want to let them have that front one, and then completely load up the side one. So I've got 2 nice defenses on the left hand side. My mortar reaches basically everywhere. It's gonna protect this left one, and it's gonna protect the right one. And for a base that took me about 6 seconds to build, not bad. Now, I notice that my bazooka is level 6. Let's take a bazooka off and let's see if we can get a pitcher. My pitcher is level 7, so slightly higher level. Let's just compare. Let's see, 176 health for the pitcher, and let's just see how much health 150 health for the bazooka. So we're going to bring the pitchers in simply because they do have a little bit more health, but one thing to be aware of is the bazooka does work against air troops. The pitchers do not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to have 2. That way, if they use the arcade on my left bazooka, I've still got my right hand bazooka over here. So, a couple things to cover. Not entirely sure if all of that makes sense, but what I kind of assume is that people are going to come for this absolute top gold mine first, because I like to get uptight to the mortars as fast as I can, and it's really hard to say. I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch my replays, and if they start going for the bottom, I'm going to move this guy down in here, make them go for the top, make them go in a direction where I want them to go, and then we can go from there. I'd really like it if we could move the decos a little bit, or place extra decos, but so far that does not seem to be an option. You know what? Let's go like this for now. I'm going to go just like this. I'm going to give them that top gold mine, hang that out there for them to come at it, and then also hope that they're going to try and rush in close on my mortar, and then boom, rocket trap right in the face. Just kick them square in the junk with the rocket trap. Now, rocket trap is incredibly fantastic, but if you noticed in our chat there, people are thinking that the freeze mine is even better, so we'll see. If with the freeze mine, what I would likely do is move it out a little bit just to block people from getting into my mortar's blind spot. Let's go home now that we've gone through a couple things. Now, I have been using my gems on keys because I find that the gold is just so hard to come by. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I also really do like getting the extra cards. Look at that, boom! Now, oh snap, we got the coach. We have our first coach. That, especially for a standard general box, that's pretty awesome, I think. Let me know when you guys get your first commander. Maybe that's just how it goes. Everyone has them, but everyone I've seen so far that has been attacked by the commander, you just get absolutely wrecked. So let's do our first attack with the commander. Hopefully he can fit into our boat. Let's just see. I'm going to get rid of the laser, which that hurts to do, but hopefully we can fit the commander in his place. Let's see here. So we don't actually have... That's awesome. I assumed he had to fit in the chopper, but it looks like the coach does not have to fit in the chopper, so that is... Maybe he does. I don't... Nope. So we still have the laser in the chopper, and we have the coach ready to rock and roll, so that just makes things so much easier. Now, I've heard you have to heal your coach or something like that. Not entirely sure. We'll learn that pretty darn quick, though. Now, let's see here. So, coach, how does this work? So, coach can be moved in any direction. You can't see that top arrow. That looks kind of funny with only 3 arrows showing. What we're going to do is I'm going to drop him in behind my shields, and let's see what we can do here. So, this base should be very easy for my air ground meta, but in case I've missed something, we'll have to wait and find out. Now, this person is on a team, so they very likely have a team defense. If they don't, that is even better, but let's just get started. Now, I like to use my arcade down here, getting rid of those troopers, and now our troops are coming in hot and heavy. Now, I have no idea what the coach's ability does. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so all it is basically that extra airdrop speeds up the attackers. We're going to have to wait while that loads up, and in the process, I'm going to drop Miss What's-Her-Face over here, get my jetpacks rocking. Now, we should be golden. This should be a 3-star attack for us, simply because the jetpacks are just unstoppable at this point. So now that we've got our land-air meta happening with the commander, it's going to be even stronger than it was before. So, managed to use the commander a little bit. He has died. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I waited to get to HQ4, which delayed me about a day because I wanted to make a video and did not have time whatsoever. So, let's quickly check in. My understanding is they have to heal, and people were saying that they're walking around their base while they're healing, so we'll just have to wait and see. 3-star battle. I kind of assume now that we've got a coach, we're going to get a lot more 3-star battles, because it's been ridiculously hard to defend against them. Oh, we got the plumber van too! So, upgrading to HQ4 has been pretty darn great so far. Now, let's see what the deal is with our coach. Where's the coach at? Commander, right there. So, I don't know. If you guys have any idea what this healing... people are talking about how you have to heal your coach. He's right there. Doesn't seem to need healing. And just like that, with the power of the internet, we are back. So, I learned a little bit more and got my defensive box in the process. So, defensive box is not super awesome. Silver box. It's based on your tier that you're sitting at. So we've got a bunch of stuff here. Not bad, but not super awesome. I was really hoping the defensive box was going to be blow your mind great, but at the same time, leaving that gold sitting there in the gold mine, overnight I managed to get somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 stars. So people seem to attack more when you have more gold in that gold mine. So leaving that gold sitting there seems to be working fairly well. Now, as far as the hero goes, you do have to heal him. He's walking around my base, getting some fresh air, and let's just show you an attack here. So when you go to attack, you load your last squad. You'll notice now I've gotten rid of the lasers. They have been nerfed. They nerfed them overnight, and I've thrown in 2 pitchers instead. So I've got 2 pitchers instead of 1, and I've got 2 shields instead of 1 now. That seems to be working. As you see here, my hero only has 30% health. So when I go to attack, that heal and attack diamond button comes up in an awkward spot. I wish they would move it to the left-hand side of the box. Number of people have been complaining they're hitting it by accident. But we now hit attack without, and we're thrown into our new upgraded chopper, and we go to do an attack. Now, the laser has been nerfed, not super worried about him, but we still do have that dreaded cannon. Also, the mortar has been nerfed a little bit. Check the comments below for a link to the changes that have been happening, or check Rick C's Twitter. Now, I'm going to drop these shields up here. My thinking is I can distract that mortar for a second, then I'm going to drop this shield here. Now, when you have the hero, you have to use him. So far, that's my understanding anyways. I still need to mess with this a little bit, but my hero has not been healed, so I don't have to use him. We'll have to wait and find out on that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my jetpacks back here. My thinking is that anytime there's a laser dude, if I put them up there, they're going to get shot through the shields. By putting them down here, they should be fairly safe. Now we're going to get started, and I'm going to use my arcade on these shields. That should make everyone take notice, get everyone moving, and as a result, Laser Dude is going to be shooting up and away from my stuff, which so far, so good. Now, the problem is that those shields might not last long enough, so my jetpacks might die. We're going to find out here very, very soon. Jetpacks have a slightly shorter range than most of the stuff, so bit of a mistake there for sure. Not a great attack, but it does count as a victory. I don't consider that to be a victory. Let's go one more time. Now, you'll notice I am attacking when I don't have a box to get. I like to get my stars up to 3 or 4 so that when the box is available or when I don't have keys available, we quickly upgrade some things. Now on this base, very, very easy for the ground air. Obviously, they probably have something hidden away somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my shield on the right-hand side, and they are going to die and do basically nothing. All they're going to do is be minesweepers for me. I'm going to assume on the right-hand side they probably have that rocket trap, and hopefully my shield will pull that rocket trap out, and that's all they're going to do on the right hand side. So far, no team defense, which is a good thing. Let's just drop this over here, get rid of those shields, hopefully. Now, the problem is we're probably going to lose to this cannon on the right hand side, but we can drop all of these things down the right-hand side and hopefully have my jetpacks pick up the 2 right-hand side gold mines. This is the beauty of the jetpacks. Dropping them late, they're going to come down the right-hand side, hopefully go towards that mortar, and then towards the gold mine at the end, ignoring that top cannon. Jetpacks, and they just got buffed. So super excited to see that. They have a little bit more health now, I believe it is, so we can cruise up the right side and pick up all of the gold mines using the late jetpacks. I love the late air attack. Using staged attacks works very, very well. If you're dropping all your troops at the beginning, I feel like that isn't the most effective way to attack most bases. So only picked up 3 gold, having to spend 10, a little bit frustrating there, but and then we get a defense in the meantime. So let's have a look at the replay line off of YouTube. I don't know that person's channel. If you do, please do let me know. They're going to walk right into that Gatling gun and just get shot square in the face. Mortar as well, bazooka, and the air attack square in the face. Now the mortar, as you see here, is shooting a bit slower, but not slow enough to give up that second gold mine. So rip line, thank you for the 2 wonderful, wonderful stars, and that's it for me. Hopefully you learned something. We are on to Team Domination. We are going to be showing that in my next video. Otherwise, I've been playing this a ton. I hope you have as well. It is sticky, and it's been grabbing my attention more than I'd like to admit. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace!